Alright, so we are back again to do another career sim, and today we are doing Dwayne Johnson, aka The Rock, aka the most electrifying man in sports entertainment. And yes, I butchered that. I do not know why I'm having a hard time saying it. Maybe it's just because I'm frustrated, because this is like the 15th time I've tried to record this where it isn't having issues, so yeah. But yeah, we are doing The Rock today, and if you don't know, The Rock used to be a football player back before he was a movie star, back before he was a wrestler. Man used to play for my favorite team, the University of Miami, the U. So, let's just say back in 1991 when he went to college and played, let's just say he didn't have a good career. And from what I heard, I think I heard some interviews saying that there was one man that was making sure that he didn't become as good as he could have been, and that is this man right here, Big Warren Sapp. Basically, if he wasn't the starter in his way, he probably could have been the starter and maybe had a career. But that's the past. We're living in the future. We're gonna do his career now and see if he actually can be as good as he thinks that he could have been or should have been. I put his overall as an 86, just basically because that seems like a good number for freshmen and sophomores. That's what I do basically for players who I want to be drafted in the NFL for all my colleges, just because it's easier. That way they'll get better, and we guarantee that, we're focusing only on them. But yeah, let's head on to the first year. Enough with this intro. Let's head on to the first. Let's see what he does in college. See if they win any championships, any conferences, maybe some awards. I'm hoping so. But yeah, let's head on. Well, first year we ended up winning the Big East Championship because we're freaking amazing. We also are going to the Fiesta Bowl because we are the best team in the nation at 11-1. How can you beat that? So basically, our first year of doing this, we're already in the national title game, because why wouldn't we? We're the U in 2002 on this game anyway, but in 1991, our team kind of stacked. Can't tell you how good it was. Also wanted to point out, because I don't know for what reason, but in the older games, you can't just give everybody names for some reason. I don't know why. It's just weird, but yeah. Well, we ended up not winning because our quarterback's an idiot and doesn't know how to throw the ball to players that aren't not covered wide open. Also, sorry if it's like buffering really slow. I don't know what the freaking issue is. It keeps saying that it's overloading, and my computer has just been doing nothing but having issues. I've been having nothing but problems with it. So sorry if it's going slow or moving slow. I don't know what to do other than throw the computer outside the window and watch it shatter into a million pieces. But yeah, first year wasn't great. Quarterback was terrible. Hopefully next year will be a better year. Alright, so third year was worse. We are in a bowl game, but we went 9-3 and are ranked 10th. So great year already. Well, our quarterback is an idiot, our team is dumb, and we ended up losing another game. So we are 0-2 in both games. We have ended both of our seasons terribly, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of glad our quarterback is leaving this year because he sucks as a QB. Probably the worst QB I've ever seen. So yeah, sophomore year, not great. Well, we made it to the Rose Bowl at number 4 on 11-1, so hopefully this year goes just as well as last year, maybe a little better. So, might as well see this if we end up blowing it, or if we actually can make a play, and we do make a play. Okay, unfortunately, it's going to start acting stupid with me and buffer slow and move slow, so sorry about that again because I don't know what's going on with my computer. I'm hoping our quarterback doesn't do what our last quarterback did, making stupid plays and throwing the ball just like that. Cool. That's cool. I'm glad we lost. Again, our quarterbacks suck. Just stupid. Why would you throw it behind the fucking quarter? Like, just, this is the kind of quarterback play we have had all freaking career. And between that and the computer not working, it's very frustrating right now. Very, very frustrating. I cannot stress that enough. So I don't know if he's going to come back next year or not. He's a junior. Granted, his sophomore year was his best year. I don't know if he'll be coming back, so I might as well just show you the stats, because I don't know if he's coming back, and I don't want to lose the chance to see it. So if you end up not seeing this, then he ended up staying. But if you are seeing this, then just ignore that, and just, this is what he did for his career. Nothing special or anything outstanding other than his sophomore year, really. Well, we made it to the Gator Bowl again, so hopefully we can win. Basically just gonna let us see the last couple of seconds of this game. It's 4th and 20. Our man has already gotten 2 sacks already in this game, so he's been killing it. Can't go wrong with this. For our last game, it's 7-0 right now. And we basically just won the game right now, and I'm sure you can't really see anything because it's buffering. It's not buffering, that's great, but I keep getting the code that says, consider turning down video settings or using a faster encoding preset. Well, I would love to do that if I knew what to fucking press, so yeah. But hey, as long as we don't mess anything up, we are winning this, and if anything changes, I'll let you know. Well, at least we were able to end it on a high note by winning the Gator Bowl, something we couldn't do last year, and it just seems like we couldn't win any at all. Seems like every time we got to this point, our quarterbacks would screw us over and we would end up losing. So it's good to finally win and end it on a high note. So hopefully he did enough to help him. You know, hopefully it's enough to get drafted. I'm thinking he had some good numbers there, but we'll end up finding out. So overall, I'd say it was a decent career. Had 11 sacks this season, so it seemed like he would have a bad year, then a good year, then a bad year, then a good year. So, yeah, we'll just have to hope that this will be enough to get him into the NFL, or that he'll at least go to the NFL. And then we'll go from there and see what happens. So, moving on from college, let's go to the pros. Alright, so we're here in the NFL. Well, kind of in the NFL. This is basically his report of what rounds. He's a 1st to 2nd round pick. I'm hoping it's a 1st round pick. But let's head to the draft and see where he ends up going. Alright, so we're going to start our career with the Eagles, as we were the 25th pick overall. Not bad, 71 overall, not a bad start, so let's see what ends up happening here. I'm looking for a good career. Let's see what happens. So I thought this was kind of funny. We have Derek Brooks as Defensive Player of the Year, and then we have Derek Brooks, Defensive Rookie Player of the Year. So this is the one that we made in our year because same year as Dwayne. I just thought it was funny to see that. Alright, well, 5 years of being in Philly, I'd say it wasn't the greatest at all. We missed the playoffs literally every freaking year. Every year. We did not make the playoffs once. we kept having 8-8 seasons, 9-7 seasons. It was ridiculous. It was just absolutely ridiculous. So it's kind of annoying. I was hoping that he would leave, but he signed a 4-year deal to stay with them, so yay. He did make one Pro Bowl, so there was that. But that was about it. All he had was one Pro Bowl and nothing else. I mean, you can see his stats averaging about 40 tackles every year, about 8 sacks. I mean, he's had 8 sacks 2 straight years there. So, I mean, numbers-wise, it's not the absolute worst. It's also not the absolute greatest. So I'm hoping he's up 87 right now overall. So I'm hoping that, you know, he gets better. Like, I would like to see him to get better. 87 is good, but you're in your 5th year now. We need you to get a little bit better. And I don't know why he's white there. He's like really white there, so I might change that. I didn't even realize it. But yeah, yeah. Well, made it to the playoffs finally. Only took 5 years, 6 years to get there, but we are finally in the playoffs. Whether we can win it or not, I have no idea. So I'm hoping that we can do something in this game and we can finally advance. Well, I mean, we're winning by 3, so unless we blow it, which we have seen already that is very, very possible, there are 5 seconds. So if they kick a field goal and miss it, thank God we have moved on to the next round. I am just hoping we can do that, because they are far enough where I think they have to pass it. They can't kick it, so they have to pass this ball. So we need a stop. Rocky, I need you to do this. You got to get a sack. We need a big-time play from a big-time player. And you got stopped. But that's okay. You know what? Defense stopped them. We end up going on to the... You're celebrating, but you lost, dude. You lost. And your losing streak continues. Like, we go on. You lost. We're moving on. Thank God, because it has been forever since I've seen any real game footage. Like, I'm kind of sick of watching us do nothing. So it's nice that we finally made the playoffs and we're advancing in the playoffs. So let's keep this train going and let's hope the next round's just as good. Well, unfortunately, I don't see us winning this game because Donovan McNabb just threw an interception. And yeah, we're down 6-0 and we have not had any luck passing. We've just not had any luck. So unfortunately, I don't see us winning this game at all. Well, I didn't want to be a negative Nancy, but unfortunately, it was just bound to happen. So, I mean, we made it to the second round at least, but let's just hope next year's a better year for us. Well, going into our 8th year, we are now with the Texans. Surprisingly, are a better team than we are, the Eagles. So hopefully, maybe a new scenery will be nice. You know, now with a new team, maybe it'll be a nice change. Maybe it'll switch things up. I don't know. I'm just hoping. Well, yeah, we're going to the second round, so I'm happy with that. I'm glad we went to Houston now. I'm glad that we either got traded or released. I don't know what happened, but I'm happy about that. I'm glad that it happened. I'm glad we went to Houston because I think they either made it to the AFC Championship or made it to the Super Bowl. I don't remember which one it was. But I'm happy with that. We're going to the next round. I'm excited about that. Let's hope that it's better than the Eagles run where we lost in the very next run. All right, and that's the end of the career. Retiring after 15 years. And he made the Pro Bowls last year, so you can't go wrong with that. That is not a bad way to end your career on a Pro Bowl. Unfortunately, we never made it to the Super Bowl. It just apparently wasn't for us. Apparently, we were not made to make it to the Super Bowl. Granted, we also couldn't even make it really into the playoffs. I think, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times we made it to the playoffs in our 15-year career. Yeah, not the greatest. He was a 3-time Pro Bowl, and that was about it. Okay stats. It seemed like he averaged about 40 every season other than this one year, and this isn't even the year he made the Pro Bowl. He made the Pro Bowl that year, so as you can tell, different stats. And these 3 years, I switched it up. I put him as a linebacker, and it seemed like he did a lot better as a linebacker, so maybe I should have switched him sooner. Maybe he would have had better stats, but he ended up with 500, and I think that says 82 yards, 88 sacks, a pick, 20 forced fumbles, which isn't terrible. 14 of them recovered. I mean, decent numbers, but not pick 25. Obviously, all of these, for some reason, I don't know why it doesn't show the team, but he was with Philly for those couple years, and then went to Houston and played, and then finished his career in Dallas. Unfortunately, we just couldn't do anything with it. It was kind of a disappointing career after compared to Haskins, who went to the Super Bowl 3 times, won the Super Bowl 3 times, was an Offensive Player of the Year. I mean, compared to that, yeah, this one's a little bit of a letdown, but yeah, maybe we should have made him a linebacker. Maybe he would have had better stats being a linebacker instead of a DN, but yeah. If you got anybody else you're thinking of, anybody else, other players you want to see, let me know. I'll do them. And then, yeah, hopefully the next player we do has a better career. Yeah. So let's take a look at his numbers here. So I forgot to mention this at the end of it, but he had 582 tackles, which ranks him 119th. He ended up getting 88 sacks, which ranks him 92nd. Only 1 interception, and managed to have 20 forced fumbles, which ties him for 69th. As I'm looking at these, I don't know if I'm going to give him Hall of Fame, especially since he only got a few Pro Bowls, never really made it to the playoffs. I mean, I don't know. For a 25th pick in the first round, I would be expecting more, and unfortunately, he didn't do it. So if I'm going to put him in our Hall of Fame, unfortunately, he is not going in the Hall of Fame with Dwayne. It's going to be just Dwayne so far. So maybe he can, if we do a redo in the future, maybe he can make it in the Hall of Fame. But as of right now, Dwayne The Rock Johnson is not a Hall of Famer.